Hi. So during our 4 weeks of code labs, we designed a application called Anyvent, and we were under the mentor Tyler. My name is Tommy Kim, and I worked on front end.
This is Jinxiu, and I work on both front end and back end.
My name is Marcello and Agustin, and I worked on the back end.
So the problem we are trying to solve is that many people are tired of searching different events on different websites like me. It's time consuming and it's inefficient. Also, many people are tired of memorizing or recording event websites in order to join different events on next time. For example, I want to join a hackathon and I have to go to a specific website to find hackathon events. Next day, I would like to join an art show event. However, I have to go to others' website to look for art show events. Next page. So we came up with a solution that allows users to get different types of events by just visiting one website. In this way, users don't need to visit different websites frequently, and it's convenient and fast. Next page.
So the technologies used in our application. So for the front end, we use Material UI, React, and from React, we use the React router and React hooks to pass data around. And for the back end, we use GraphQL. We wanted to try and use a newer technology, and that enabled us to make requests and responses that we described in the schema files, and the server returns only the data that the client needs, so that we don't have to have lots of endpoints on the server to return like all the data or many different endpoints for only certain data. We also used Node.js and Express. MongoDB and Mongoose were also used to talk to the database from the server and also pass that information to the front end.
As for the other technologies we use for more specific purposes, we use FileStack which is an image uploading API. So when users want to create events, they can upload images. We also use Stripe to manage payments so that users can buy tickets to get to their events. We also uploaded our project on a Docker container, so people can see our project without downloading a bunch of our stuff. And we also use Google API for the add event to calendar feature, so that users can add events to their Google Calendar. And we also use Trello to keep up to date with the tasks we have to do. Another technology we used was Slack, so we can communicate with each other effectively.
So this is a diagram of our app. So we have the front end, we have the browser, which in the browser we use React, Material UI, and React router. And then like in the business layer where we have the server, we have Node.js, and specifically we're using Express. I also put Stripe and FileStack on here as well, because they're like APIs that we use, although there is still code on the front end for those to use as well. And then GraphQL, we use that to talk to MongoDB, and by using the GraphQL, we're able to get information that we need specifically, again, without having to write so many endpoints. And the data layer, right now we are only using MongoDB, but we could potentially add more types of databases if we need to.
As mentioned before, we use GraphQL. In the project, we separate GraphQL schema and resolver functions in different folders and files. We have schema folder, which will contain a file that stores GraphQL schema. The resolver folder will contain all the resolver functions. Next page. So we have something that looks like this for GraphQL schema. On left image, we have type event to create or define event object. And each event will have an ID, title, description, price, image URL, and etc. And on the right image, we have type root query, and it's stored in query on the bottom. And it's actually used to fetch data, like getting all the events from database. Additionally, we have type root mutation, and it's stored in mutation on the bottom. And it's actually used to change data, like creating new events, new user, joining a new event, or canceling a new event, canceling an event. Next page.
So some of the lessons we learned from this project is we mastered Git and GitHub, especially solving merge conflicts. We encountered that a lot, and we had to fix those a lot. We also learned how to organize code and learn about the structure of like this kind of web application project. We organized code by separating components for each file under each page. So it was really organized like that. We also got a lot of experience using new technologies such as file stack, Stripe, and Docker container. And we also mastered React, especially asynchronous programming, such as async and await, to really master how we dealt with states and stuff. Next page.
So further work that we could do for this project is enable searching so that users would be able to search for events that they're interested, maybe find some that are relatable to them, not just specific events. We could also add some more design, make sure that we have like a mobile size as well, and also add user-to-user interaction. So with this, users would be able to suggest events for maybe their friends or add their friends and see what kind of events their friends are going to. And that would help create a community as well for the website. And we could also host it on Heroku. If we were to host it, that would be maybe one of the last steps, because then it would be open to the public and we'd be able to get organic users on our website. And location filtering would be good as well, because then you'd be able to see what events are going on in your area, or maybe you're traveling to a location like on vacation and you'd like to see what events are going on in that area. You'd be able to see them as well if we were to add location filtering. So this is everyone's team contact info. Feel free to email any of us if you have any questions or concerns. It's been a good 4 weeks. We've learned a lot. Just like to say thank you to everyone.